Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Bgst, Big Gamer Small Talk, where we all rock and the Earth is flat, apparently. Hopefully not this week, though. Dude, you know what's funny, Tim? Like I saw you kind of running with that as a joke, and people were like flipping out on you.
Yeah.
Like, Tim must be serious, and I'm like, Tim's not serious. Like people were DMing me, does Tim really think the Earth is flat? And I was like, no. I'm like, hell no, man. It's just a joke, you know, because we got
the Earth is an octagon.
By the way, I mean, it's not like we can't just look on YouTube at the International Space Station and look down at the Earth right now. Like they have a 24-hour live stream. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. So yeah, but anyway, guys, welcome to the show. It's going to be a really good show. We have some E3 predictions and stuff like that to go over. It's going to be a busy week. I'm very excited for what we're going to have on tap as far as this group, and just in general, the E3 coverage is going to be phenomenal from this group of people here and several others as well. We've got the one and only Tim Dog here. He's in here, and his mic is sounding good today. How you doing, Tim?
Yeah, I'm using the 850s. I just uploaded the firmware, and I'd say it's a good product. So
yeah, you sound better than ever, actually. So
yeah, I'm usually on a Yeti, so I don't know, but
yeah. So it's good to have you here. We also have got Xbot379. What's up? What's up, bro?
What's going on, people? It is King Neutral coming at you in dynamic 4K. Yo, I just want to say huge shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, I see my name popping up like crazy. Guys, the support is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, you were rocking out today for a couple hours, like on cam. It was a phenomenal show, man. You were like playing it up to the crowd, putting the guitar into the video camera. It was funny, man. It was hell yeah, man. Like, yo, when you play Rock Band or Guitar Hero, at least when I do, man, I am a rock fucking star. All right, that's it. And since I had the camera on me, man, that's what you got to do, man. And I'm glad everybody was entertained. I had a lot of fun. My strumming thumb though is gonna have to take like 2 days off right now. This shit is hurting like crazy right now, man. But it was a lot of fun, dude. Yeah, absolutely. So it's good to have you here, and we've got the man who loves Tekken, K Mega. What's up, bro?
What's up? And all those rumors about Z whooping my ass like he stole something.
No rumors. No rumors.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be one of those shows that's gonna might start out to be some shit where we betting for money. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Cause, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to say this before we kick on to this fantastic show, man. Always happy to be here. Hey, Z, I'm gonna say this. Hey, bro, you can give me $50 and you can just go ahead and promote my channel. And I'll say that you were the victor. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you, homie.
Dude, so for those that aren't aware of what's going on here, right? So I hopped in and K Mega wasn't in here yet. I says, "Where's K Mega?" And Z goes, "I don't know. He's probably running off somewhere because he got his ass whooped on Tekken." And so I was like, "Oh, he got his ass whooped." And then K Mega shows up. He's like, "I didn't get my ass kicked." And then it was like this whole big argument about how Next Gen let him win one or something like that.
They know. They see the live stream. They see my work.
Yeah, they see the live stream. I mean, he came out. I was talking to my old lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of lady. You know what I'm saying? No, I was. He won one match. I went through the room, bro. I mean, everybody was like, "You can't let K Mega."
I wasn't in the room. I wasn't in the room.
You was, because I whooped your ass. I whooped your bob. I beat you down.
K Mega,
I beat your bob down. Look, man lie. Numbers don't lie, as you say. What men lie, women lie, whatever that bullshit. But you know what? The videotape is there. Videotape is there, bro.
It's there.
It is. So what you guys are saying is you're gonna settle it on Mixer after the show.
As always.
Do it live.
That's out of 10. That's out of 10. That's out of 10. Here you go. Here you go right here. Best out of 10. Winner get the next AAA game. Whatever. Matt, you play Madden? If I win, I want 2K. If you win, I'll buy you Madden.
Word.
There we go. We have an accord, folks. The winner gets a new game, 2K or Madden.
I'm getting 2 new games. I'm getting a game from Don, and I'm getting a game from Z. This could turn into a great year for me.
Yo, Megan, speaking about Don was in the chat last night when we were doing our community combat, and he was saying how you were in Tekken 7 in practice mode, man, because you're a little scared.
Practice, man. I've been playing the Tekken story on hard, and I guarantee you, anybody who's played the story and you got to the very end to fight Akuma, they know. They know.
I don't even know who Tekken people are. Like, when they ran the Free Code Friday for Tekken, they're like, "Well, who's your favorite character?" And I was like, "That one guy from Tekken." I had like no idea. But yeah, I thought it was funny as hell. Yeah, so anyway, in case you guys didn't know, Tekken 7 runs at 720p on the X Bone, and as you guys know, yeah, like that sounds bad in and of itself. I think that sounds probably more like a developer problem. But also, what's a bit of a developer problem is the fact that this game has terrible input lag on the PS4 and PS4 Pro. Like the input lag is best on Xbox One, worse on PS4, PS4 Pro. So for a game that kind of is built for competitive gameplay, the input lag is really, really high on this game, and the resolution is really low on the Xbox One version. Not only is it low, but I was just looking at footage on YouTube of the Xbox One version and the PS4 version. Neither one of those versions look like the graphics or anything to write home about, so they shouldn't have any problem getting a higher resolution than that, in my opinion. What is your guys' thoughts on that?
I'm going to go last. I'm going to go last, but you want to go first. All right, because I have a lot to say. Listen, fuck that. Gloves us on. Listen. Now listen. Now I know this show can be very controversial, so I'm gonna choose my words wisely. Okay.
Nah, fuck that, man. Go in.
Hey, I told you. Look, just don't turn this into the weapon wheel.
Listen. Now, listen. This game came out in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, in the arcade. All Namco did was port that goddamn game from the arcade to the console. The character model, sometimes they look a little shiny. It looks like shit. Utter garbage. Now, mind you, they're using Unreal Engine 4. Compare that to a game like Injustice, which is using Unreal Engine 3. It's not even... This is a game that's coming out in 2017. Compare to the fucking Killer Instinct that came out in 2013 on the Xbox One. It's night and day. That's when I guess I did a little, not even a rant, it was a truth for video that, not even American, Western developers are leaving Japan behind. Even Kojima said the same goddamn thing. That game is utter shit. Now listen, I love Tekken. It's Tekken at the heart. The gameplay is Tekken. But the netcode is some shit that should have been on the fucking Nintendo Switch. It's horrible. You know what I mean? It is horrible fucking bull. And I don't know, man. It's sad to see an iconic franchise been done like that, because it's worse than fucking Street Fighter 5 at launch. Worse. Right. You know what I mean? They just have more content, but it's fucking worse.
Z, when you talk about that arcade shit, man,
I'll go last.
I got to agree with you, man, with shit like that. But when it comes to online, man, if you're you get into playing fighting games online, if you just got to have this title, I mean, the only place to get it on would be Xbox, because like Crap said, that input lag, that's going to be a huge problem, man.
Yeah, here's the input lag. Apparently, it is 7.2 frames of input lag on PlayStation 4 Pro. 7.2. That's a high level of input lag. Yeah. So that is 120.5 milliseconds of delay after completing input on the PlayStation 4 Pro. So that is an equation of 7.2 frames of input lag. 7.2 frames, people. Xbox One is about 6.2 frames of input lag. So it's still kind of high, but not as high. And then when you look at Tekken Tag Tournament on the PlayStation 3, it had about 5.7 frames of input lag. So these games, I guess, are having kind of notorious problems for input lag. And for games that don't exactly look great, I think that the input lag and the resolution are just kind of bad. I'm not sure what resolution the game runs at on PS4, but
it's
8 something, yeah,
8 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yo, Crap, freaking last night on next podcast, I had K Mega try to convince me to get Tekken, and the funny thing was, man, like throughout this whole thing, we had a whole Tekken conversation. He didn't say anything about this lag or nothing like that, man. Yo, Mega, what's going on?
I did tell you about the lag. I did say the lag. You just probably wasn't paying attention. Maybe a Snapchat had a knife to your throat and you wasn't paying attention.
6 or 7 frames.
I said, but okay. I guess it's my turn to talk. Tim Dog, do you want to interject in this before I get started?
No, you know what? I'm just listening because I haven't bought the game, but I'm kind of listening to everyone, and I usually get fighters, but never been big into the Tekken, so I'm just taking this all in and listening to you guys.
Okay, now look, Z, he's right about the internet lag. It's laggy as fuck, but they're also they added lag into the game, into the fighting game because of whatever reasons. I don't know. Maximilian Dude would explain it probably better because I watched his review on it. And but no, it's not. The netcode was absolutely garbage. And if you play any type of Japanese fighter, from Street Fighter to Naruto, hell, Naruto don't even work. Like online, it is trash. To other countless fighters out there that the Japanese market makes, they always have a problem with their netcode. The one positive thing about this is that they have DLC content coming, so they can work on this game all year round and make sure that this is going to get patched up and fixed. Now, the graphic aspect of it, no, if you're going to compare, see, this is the thing, like where everybody turns into graphic whores. This is the best looking Tekken to date. This by far, it's the best looking.
It's the newest one. It's a whole song.
Well, but you just said. But you just said that it didn't. That's what you basically said. It's the best looking Tekken to date. Granted, if you haven't played the story mode of it and you just played predominantly online, no, it doesn't look okay satisfactory. Hold on, let me finish. Okay, on playing the story mode, you see the beauty in that game, especially when you get further into the cutscenes, and then when you're actually fighting like that epic fight between Kazuya and Hayachi, or when Hayachi fought Kazami, that shit was fire, absolute fire. And you've seen it. The look, the female's lips were glistening. That the graphics was so decent, was so fantastic. So no, is anything going to touch Injustice on that scale? No. You're talking about a 2D fighter going against a 3D fighter, and the fact that Injustice is like the best looking fighter that I've ever seen. Like Injustice 2 outdoes does most games that we've played this generation. It's fantastic. So to compare it graphically, I think that's a little bit
okay. Just to point out on Metacritic, Injustice 2 89 on Xbox One, and Tekken 7 is 83. So both are highly regarded in terms of review scores. But I think that maybe Tekken kind of ran into a buzzsaw because Injustice is so damn good.
Exactly.
No, this is what I'm saying, Crab. At the end of the day, if you're comparing content, fuck it. I was going to say this to kill shot for Lynn, but if you're just comparing what they have to offer in the game to things like Mortal Kombat X or even Killer Instinct and how those franchises have evolved, and Tekken 7 still plays and runs like a goddamn PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 title.
It's like the first Tekken, man.
Man, what are you talking about?
It does. Look at you keep talking about
not.
Let me finish. You said the story mode. Compare their story mode to the fucking Mortal Kombat X.
It's okay. Period. Look. We're talking about a Japanese game. Look, Tekken story has been really kind of out there sometimes, and now this is definitely the best. They did this story right. It was done fantastic.
So you're saying they're making it to a niche market? A niche market? I mean, the matter of the developer, Japanese developer, they make Mario, but it's for everyone, right? This goddamn game is, come on. I don't like Tekken. I like it. It's Tekken. But it's shit.
It's not shit, bro. It's not shit, bro. It's not shit. I mean, I'm saying, look, if you want to sit here and compare it by graphically and say it's shit because the graphics doesn't pop like Injustice do, that's prerogative. I'm not tripping on that. But you're saying that the game shit, the controls are solid as fuck. Everything is solid on that game. You got great content. You get free content. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what else are you asking for? Tekken don't ever give out like DLC. This is going to be the first year that they're going to give you free characters like Anna's, Lei, the other characters, Bruce. They're all going to be coming for free, and then you also get fighters from other franchises. That's what you pay for the $84, which that game is cheaper than fucking Injustice. Now, like I said, if you want to compare and say what's the best fighter that's came out so far this year, it's definitely Injustice. But if you want to, but you talk about a quality 3D fighter, Tekken is a fucking beast. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. If you want to talk about the netcode, yes, the netcode needs to be fixed. But talking about that the game is dog shit, man, you dog shit for that one.
Oh,
real shit.
Damn, I gotta say,
now,
with the graphics,
now the gloves is off. Fuck that. The gloves is off.
Let's go.
Now listen, bro, that game can make it right now. No, listen, you've been hyping up Tekken on for the last 9 months. So your view may be a little slighted. Okay, I like Tekken too. It's Tekken at the heart of it, but comparing, and what I'm saying in today's climate and in today's standards, okay, comparing to all the fighters that have released this generation alone, Tekken 7 still performs and feels like a last generation title.
It's a legacy fighter, bro. Okay. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Play this. You compare that to Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 to me is a much better game, and I like Tekken better than Street Fighter.
What the hell is that?
what the hell?
Man, I want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my emotions in this motherfucker.
Hey, somebody get all day. All day has to think about this Tekken. I think he does. I think he would think pretty much what next gen is thinking. But I do think that it is a little bit odd. Like there's nothing that you would watch from the streams and stuff that says, hey man, I got to go get in Tekken instead of
crap. They were lazy crap. Come on.
Yeah. The resolution itself speaks of laziness, to be honest with you.
I agree with Z when it comes to saying that Japanese developers are way behind the curve when it comes, other than Western developers. They've been way ahead of Japanese developers for a long time, except for what Square Enix done with Final Fantasy 15. That shit was epic as fuck. But when you talk about just, when it comes to netcode, things like that, they still have that old PlayStation mindset. Like, people sit at home and they have a house full of people and they just, play the game because that game runs fantastic when you're playing on the single player. I'm not saying that you're wrong about the netcode. That part is bad. They have to patch that. They have to fix that. But when you're talking about like just visually, I mean, you saying that the launch is worse than fucking Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5 had no content for one, had no story mode. You know what I'm saying? Street Fighter 5 had they had nothing that you could customize your players. They didn't have any practice mode, anything. Man, you get all of that in Tekken. What are you talking about? That was just absolutely.
But that's just that, dude. That's just one other fighter. That's Street Fighter 5, and we all know that was a complete failure at launch.
Right, but you compared it to Street Fighter 5.
Listen, what I said. Comparing how that Street Fighter is evolving, right? The quality, AAA. Tekken 7 is not a AAA fucking title, and I love fucking Tekken. Right now, I will put Tekken 7 in the same box with Blazing Blue and King of Fighters. Fact, that's all. It's not on the same level. That's all I'm saying.
That's your opinion on it. I mean, look, when I streamed it, I had people that watched me play like almost 2 hours. They watched it, they was enjoying it. And so therefore, when I'm like playing, if I played, I played another fighting game. I can't remember what it was. I didn't have maybe 1 or 2 people, unless we're all in the group together and we're all fighting against one another. They just, you know what I'm saying? People are gravitated to this Tekken. Look, Tekken, and I hate doing this. No, I ain't going to even do that because that would be a contradiction. So I'm not going to use I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. But what I'm going to say is this, is that true fighter fans, and I'm not saying you're not one, Z, you play fighting games, but true fighting fans look at this Tekken. Well, I should say true fans of Tekken play this game, feel the 60 frames per second, and enjoy the hell out of it because you can tell that this is a different game. This is the best Tekken ever. You know what I'm saying? Graphically, if you don't feel that way, that's fine. But you cannot say that this is the man.
Sounds like someone.
Okay, bro. What Tekken?
Say what you got. Say what you got.
What Tekken?
Say what you got.
Okay, what Tekken do you feel is better?
They're all the same. Honestly,
none.
Honestly.
So I don't know, man. Tekken is dope.
Hey, listen, Scottish Smurf said DOA 5 came out 3 years ago and it looks better than goddamn Tekken.
That's all right, but then the True Gamer says Tekken is awesome. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? And then look, other people that said Tekken 7 is selling good. Look, man, Tekken is life.
Yeah, guys, I want to ask something from the chat, real quick, guys. All the people that are praising Tekken right now, the next iteration of fighting games comes out. Would you rather have another Tekken or another Soul Calibur? Hit up the chat. Let me know.
Soul Calibur hasn't been out since forever. I mean,
when was the last one? Like 4?
Yeah. Soul Calibur
5, right?
Soul Calibur 5.
With Dark Vader and Yoda. Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, damn, that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, we're talking about almost a decade. So I would love us.
Play Fighters better than Tekken 7.
So I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I mean, it's Tekken. If you like Tekken, you're gonna like it. If you like fighting, it's Tekken. But I'm just saying, in today's landscape and climate of how games are evolving, becoming bigger and better, Tekken is still the same thing. Just look at the background. Look what I mean. It's like.
You're talking about visuals.
No,
but you're not talking about
look at the. I said Tekken plays like Tekken. It is. The online is shitty, but
that's a bad thing. Tekken,
no,
I'm talking about the king of the fucking fighters because of this fight. Because the way it fights, the way that the game feels.
Tomato,
everything.
I'm gonna say tomato. You gonna say tomato? Fuck it. Next time.
We'll just have to disagree on this shit.
Damn, at this rate, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite might actually beat out Tekken.
Man, it will. That's what we need to be afraid of is Marvel vs. Capcom because that list is dog shit so far, and that game does not look up to snuff. It does not look up to snuff. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looks considerably better. There's only really one character that looks dope.
Tekken putting characters in DLC that were actually in the game before with like Bruce and shit like that. What the hell's going on with that, man?
But you're getting those for free.
Yeah, well, you should get them for free. They were in the fucking game like the past 5 titles.
You got over 30 some characters. What are you?
Tell them, bot.
I'm gonna take an original character.
Look, I'm pulling his string.
I'm gonna separate him, and you're gonna pay. Like you're gonna get him in the future. You're just not gonna get him now.
Fighters would get people so passionate. Listen, Marvel vs. Capcom does not look up to snuff right now. I know that the game is not out yet, but come on now. If you look at it, and you can look at it from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looks a lot better. Better.
What you're quoting is a supposed leak, by the way. They didn't come out and say the characters that are in the game yet. So you don't even really know when it comes to Marvel vs. Capcom. But you know Tekken because that shit came out and they're putting original characters as DLC for the future.
Man, look, if they put every character that's in Tekken, we're talking about damn near 60 characters, man. We have
a character like Bruce. I'm not even a huge Tekken fan, and I like when I did dabble in it, man, that was the character I used. And now, like, not for anything, they're gonna make me wait for that dude. Nothing.
Really? No, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what your little thing is. I mean, if that's it, I mean, out of all the other characters out there, because you don't have Bruce, that's a problem.
Well, for me, yeah, but damn, like, what is the thinking behind taking somebody? This is a legacy fighter, which is why, like, the moveset really
has so many fighters in their legacy that they can go. They can
hold on. You can't be like I'm saying, like the fighting feels the same as like the original Tekken games and stuff, and that's why you're saying it's a legacy fighter. This is a legacy character, like that. That was the one name that kind of, attracted me like a magnet. And I'm like, hold up, that motherfucker ain't in there yet? Like, really? You're gonna make me wait for that shit? Nah, I'm good. Man.
Oh, well, that's cool. They could be good. Like, just like I said, fuck Friday the 13th, because y'all fools went out there and spent that money on it and the game didn't fucking work. So go ahead. That's fine. That's fine. You go ahead and have that trash while Microsoft gave me my refund. Good.
All right. Well, let me change the subject real quick to something. All right, Mikey Barra, as you guys know, he's hyping up the Xbox Scorpio. He tweeted out another picture of himself holding different chip for Scorpio, and how this gets turned into like this huge thread of hate on NeoGaf is beyond me. Same thing with N4G. Like, okay, this is the thing that absolutely it's unbelievable to me. Like, the guy tweets it out, and there's just inundated with hate like threads and everything. Like even the comments on the thing itself were just unbelievable. Like, what's your guys' take on this? To me, I think it's absolutely asinine. Microsoft is the only company, and Xbox is the only one of these console things that can do something like this. All he's doing is getting people hyped, the fans, and then you have people flipped out about it. Like, I do not understand why that happens.
Yo, crap, not only that, but if you think about it, yo, what Xbox has done in terms of hardware when it comes to the Scorpio and using these Jaguar cores, modify them to that extent, having DX12 physically on the chip, they have done some revolutionary shit, right? So if they're gonna show off like the actual final product that has like the Xbox symbol and everything etched into it, yo, if it's gonna trigger these people, fine, fuck them, man. But that is an awesome like piece of technology that they came up with, and they should be proud of it, yo, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like Tim, you probably have something to say on this.
Well,
I know you do.
I mean, listen, I mean, it's only toxic when it's not Xbox. You know what I mean? And that's really the truth. You look at Mike's tweet, and all it was a 4K sock, which is their work, and there's nothing really. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to be, to get upset about. But then you have all these people go crazy because the fact is that these are the same people that pushed resolution, and they stomped on Xbox and made fun of Xbox, and they did try to kill games and with resolution and make the Xbox
successfully did kill some games thanks to resolution.
Yes, and which now is not a non-factor, but they really harped on that, and now they're getting that, and they're getting backslapped on the face, and they're getting shoved down their throat, and they don't like it. So what they do is they'll either be toxic, and nobody will call them out because, again, it just seems like if you're Xbox and if this was reversed and it's Sony, then it's a big deal, and then all these middle-of-the-road guys come out to the defense. But, those same middle-of-the-road guys don't like this because they don't like Xbox. Here's the bottom line. If you look at that sock picture or that tweet, you could go through the tweets and you could see who's who. They basically take their masks off, or
what games? I see. I mean, you see it all, and it's like I was looking at some of the stuff on N4G and obviously the NeoGAF thread. Which again, if Sony were to tweet something like that and people started talking bad, they would be banned, and the thread would be locked away.
It was a big joke. Remember remember the things that Yoshida put up with the big jokes about the resolution charts, and he would talk about games like. I think he put his eye, like he would make an emoji, or when you make the letters of like eyes looking when they're talking about a game being better on their platform. I forget the game. I think it was a racing game, but the fact is that it's all fun and games versus Xbox. But now Xbox has something that is really a collaboration of big work, big planning, and they probably nailed it, and people have a hard time, giving them credit. So what they do is they turn to this, making, talking about no games, or they go after them. You just look, like I said, just go to Mike's tweet and just look at the comments. It's kind of alarming. He's
not even really saying anything bad. I mean, the guy plays on everything. He owns everything.
I know.
He's talked up everything. In fact, to the point that some Xbox fans are like, you know what I mean? But he's proud of what he's done, and the fact is, the funny part is, to me, is people still don't believe that this thing's going to do 4K 60 games. Like you see people come out, and there's going to be there's a couple different camps with this. You got the ones that go, well, there's no way it's going to do 4K 60. And then when the games do, because trust me, like we know and on good sources, and even Jez and stuff has heard it from people, that like a game like Battlefront 2 is going to be 4K 60 on Scorpio. It's going to be a showpiece. That's a third-party game. That being 4K 60 is going to be huge, and a lot of crow is going to be eaten because of that. Same thing when the price point of Scorpio comes out, and people are like $700, $800, $900. You know what I mean? And this thing comes out for $399. There's going to be a lot of crow, and people are going to be like, "Whoa!" Like that is what's going to win Microsoft E3, not anything else. Like people might think it'd be a game that would win it. That's not really going to be the case, because if you look back to last year's E3, and I'm not a big Kotaku fan, right? But they did this thing. Did Sony live up to their promises of E3 last year? And they listed the stuff that they showed. God of War, Days Gone. The hell else was it? You know, some of these games like that, right? And they're like, did they live up to the promise? No, not yet. Every single one, with the exception of Horizon Zero Dawn, was not yet because they haven't released it, right? So what good is it? It's basically the most irrelevant thing. They showed you shit and haven't released shit from it yet. You know what I mean? You cannot do that and win E3. What Microsoft is going to do, they're going to show us games running on Scorpio, games that are coming out this year running on Scorpio. So we don't have to wait. You know, there's not waiting nonsense, wait for greatness, wait for this, wait for that. Why should we have to wait? We're going to get our games right now.
Right. And you know, another thing, and I'll let the rest of the panel go on this. You know, you talk about, you know, I see some fans like some fanboys on the other side. You know, they're like, well, you know, like the game's 30 frames per second. Ha 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 ha. To see, you know, this and that. You know, not all games are going to be 4K 60. And, you know, but the vast majority is that they're all going to be native, and they're going to have also 4K textures. Not a lot of people are talking about that. And there's going to be a much bigger difference with this generation or this mid-generation console of games, the way they look from Scorpio to Pro than from PS4 to Xbox One. But they made such a huge deal. It's just like, it's kind of funny how, you know, nobody talks about that, you know, this is a big difference. And, you know, like you said, there's just a crazy amount of crow to be eaten, but I don't think those same people will eat the crow. What they'll do is they'll just be toxic, or they'll just do whatever they can to, you know, not own up to what they've, you know, pushed and how they pushed it. And there were numerous people, they'll just basically never own up because, you know.
Well, did you see that Xbox Mil Grow tweet?
Yeah,
like,
a great tweet.
Like, it was perfect. It was like the perfect one. Those guys are on the ball. It's like, you know, every year it's like 1080p, 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 and then this year it's like games. You know, like it's the ultimate switcheroo. And even with this whole Tekken thing, right, only be 720p. I wouldn't even know about that if it wasn't for like some like random person mentioning it. I'm looking for articles and you can't even find it. If this would have been, if the Scorpio hadn't been announced already, we'd be seeing articles all over the place. 720p on Xbox One in 2017 is unacceptable. You know what I mean? Because we saw that shit last year. So the fact that we aren't getting those means, hey, mission accomplished so far with Scorpio. And there's going to be a lot of salt. There's going to be a lot of people angry and upset. Microsoft could come out and shock people. I'm not going on record saying $349, but $399 I think is going to be something that's going to be shocking enough. But if they really want to, like, if they want to win, $349 would be a price that would get them a W. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean by win? The generation or just what?
Oh, generation over. Like, it's done. Like, that shit would be over. 100%.
I'll be
100%.
Concerned. I would be concerned if it was 350. What the hell is
no, man. No. Look, this is Microsoft. This is you're always the one that's saying, what do you say? Beat a behemoth. Well, guess what? A behemoth that's almost $1 trillion company could put a hard piece of hardware out and take a loss on it for the simple fact that they're going to make the money up in what? In the services, in the games, in the subscriptions. That's where they're making money. Look, have you guys tried Game Pass? This thing is fire. This thing's going to be huge this year. Right. This is huge. Like, it is amazing. It works amazingly well. Like, unbelievably well. This is going to be marketed towards casuals and people that out there that are of the belief that Scorpio isn't being marketed for mainstream or it's going to be marketed just for the hardcore. Let me wake you up to something real quick, okay? Sit back, relax, let Professor Crap teach you. You don't release a niche product worldwide like what Microsoft is doing. Look where they're releasing it. They're releasing it in more territories than they did the fucking Xbox One at launch, folks. We're talking China. We're talking Brazil. We're talking the UK. We're talking Europe. We're talking America. It's getting released everywhere. You don't do that unless you really want to push this thing. So this isn't that niche product that they've been letting people believe that was just quote unquote for hardcore. This is their fucking product. This is the one that they put everything into it. You know what I mean? This is the thing that is gonna sell. This is the thing that's gonna get them re-involved in this generation. This is what's gonna
crap. I agree with you. With
right.
But not with the price. Not the price though. The price I don't see it happening. You know what I mean?
The price is going to be $399. But
no, I'm just saying as far as because I still believe at the end of the day that the entry level console $200 or whatever, that's going to be their their main console.
It could be, but look, why would you mass market this thing and put it in all these places if you weren't?
Because it's going to only be like 400. We heard what 450. It's only be like $400. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, $400 would be great, but guess what? The Xbox One S is going to get lowered to $250, and they have to do that because why? Because that gold PS4 is coming out for $250. That's going to be the all-time. That's going to be the price.
And you got to also think about
I don't know if
this.
that's a guaranteed price drop. Just so you know, I think it's a week thing.
Okay, well, regardless,
they're going to lower the prices though. They're going to have a 250 PS4 this year, and the Pro is going to be 350.
Right,
and that's probably going to beat the Scorpio's price by $50, but it's not going to matter when people see, like, they might package a game with it. Buy a Scorpio, get a free game, just like they did with Destiny. Like, hey, buy a Scorpio, that might be one of the games you can pick, Destiny 2, you know what I mean? Or Call of Duty, or like it might be involved in one of those things. So even though they don't have a marketing deal, remember that's what they did with Destiny 1. Like, that's why Destiny sold just as much on the Xbox One at launch here in America than it did on the PS4, because they did that promotion. Hey, get a free game when you buy an Xbox One, and people bought Destiny with their Xbox One. They can do the same thing with that, right? They can go, hey, get a Scorpio, we're going to get you a free game. You can pick between, this, and this, right? I can see them doing that. If people go into this thinking that whole premium nonsense talk, that's called a swerve, right? Just like, the reason why they aren't they love the whole idea that people are talking to them, holy crap, Scorpio could be $700. You know why they like that? Because when it comes in at $399, it's a megaton, and that's going to be amazing. That's going to be absolutely amazing. And no, look, people that say 450 or whatever, no. Consoles, when they're new, when they come out, they don't do the halfway point like that. There's never been a 350 or 450 console. It's always like $299, $399, $499. So it's not going to be $599 because they get laughed out of the building, just like the PS3. You can't do that.
That's a curse number right there.
Yeah, so it's not going to be that, right? So I just think that it's one of those things where the reason why they're not doing a lot of marketing, and check it out, Mike, we know for a fact that Sony has spent $120+ million this year on third-party marketing alone. That's how many games? Like that's an amazing amount of games, right? That's an amazing amount of games that could be used to promote with. So maybe Microsoft is like, hey, everybody is going to know if we sit there and spend money on getting these games, they're going to sell more on PS4 right now anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they're thinking is, hey, let's just save some money. People know that they're going to be able to get Destiny 2, Call of Duty, Battlefront on our console, and it's going to look better on our console, and people are going to advertise that for us. I know I am. I'm going to be playing Scorpio version of Battlefront 2 a week early. How about y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
right?
true.
Oh.
I'm going to be playing that shit on my 4K console.
Yeah,
so
it makes the deal even better.
And we're going to be posting screenshots. The new Elite controller is going to come out with the share button and the picture button, and we're all going to be buying that shit too. So, hey, I just dropped something on you guys in case you didn't know. Yeah, that's good. That's a real thing.
My ears perked up. I didn't.
Sorry,
I'm
stealing the whole show from you guys. Go ahead and hop in with this shit. I feel like.
Well, I tried to, but you just kept on going. I was like, I'm letting you go ahead and preach.
Something that pulpit, man.
I know my place.
The audience gotta get their crap, man. They gotta get their crap.
All right,
I just was going to say this. I was just saying that there was Widowmaker. He made a very good point in one of my videos that I made, and he was basically saying, look, you got more enhancements in the Xbox One S, and it was cheaper than the Xbox One Fat. It's just a better system overall. You have HDR, you have 4K. You can watch 4K movies on the thing. You know what I'm saying? It runs better. So and so he was basically saying, look, you know what I'm saying, why not the Scorpio be at an affordable price as well, because it's using older hardware. That's the one thing that I've been preaching for the most. It doesn't cost them all that much for them to use customized hardware. It's great. It's amazing as that sounds, but you know what? That saves them money. That's really cost effective, especially going towards the future. That's what I'm saying, that the Scorpio is going to be future proof. And so what the next Xbox is going to be coming out, it's going to have Vega and all that other stuff. But if they utilize that stuff that's cost a lot of money now, then it's going to be cheaper for them then, and we still get the benefit of having better quality looking games.
You know, Mega, you put up a great point, because like when it comes to the Scorpio, if you look at it as on the hardware side, it is really a miracle machine, because Jaguar cores, man, you could relate them to like picking them up at Kmart if you're a tech guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And with what they did, how they modified those things to run the CPU, like to run the games at the way that they're saying that they're gonna be run, and have native 4K, 60 frames per second. All the features in the Scorpio, it's really like that is a miracle machine right there. And when it comes to the Scorpio, this is where I feel Xbox, in terms of advertising and stuff like that, they need to put the Scorpio in all their kiosks, whether it's Target, Walmart, GameStop, because it's even going to sell for the grandparents and the parents that go in and don't really know. It's even going to sell the S, because they're going to see in the kiosk, the demos and stuff like that. They're going to see all those games to run on Scorpio. They're not going to know what the hell is going on between the systems and stuff like that. And they're going to see even the cheaper S, and they're going to pick that up as well. So like, it's a great move all around when it comes to hardware with the Xbox division.
Microsoft is going to shock people. They've got an exclusive lined up that people don't know about. It's a new game. There's going to be some third-party marketing that people don't go out. I'm going to throw out a name, Bayonetta 3. Lock it in. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a thing on the Microsoft stage.
Boy,
the reason why. Hold on. The reason why I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that is Sega and Microsoft are in a partnership. Sega owns that IP. The last game was exclusive to the Wii U due to the fact that Nintendo stepped up to the plate and published it. Microsoft could have easily done the same thing. People want to know where Microsoft are going to get games from. It's going to be from places like Studio Gobo, from Sega, who just bought a Crytek studio. They also bought another studio. They've got an exclusive partnership with Microsoft. Deck 13 has an exclusive partnership with Microsoft. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now that we don't know about. But all the people, you got to remember, Phil was just in Japan not too long ago. There's deals in place there. There's a lot of things that are going to be going. I realized that Bayonetta is developed by Platinum. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, you guys act like, business is business. Sega owns the IP. Check it out. They literally, you can look it up, have a partnership with Microsoft. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
if you notice that list, if you notice that list of partnerships, Sony's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Sony's not on the list. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, that's something I know people are like, oh, well, what's Microsoft going to show? They're going to show some really good third-party stuff on their stage. They're going to show some stuff that we don't know about, surprises. They're going to show a lot of great stuff that people are so undersold on Microsoft's E3 that there's no way that this can be something less than stellar. Like, that's the point, right? Like, nobody, even you, Tim, you're kind of down on Microsoft's E3. Like, I don't know, it's not going to be very good. And on the game, the only
one that's not? Like, I'm actually hyped for it. If you think about the hardware announcements, you know what I'm saying? Even with the mixed reality headsets, I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm excited for that. You think about Assassin's Creed being on the stage. You think about possibly Splinter Cell being on the stage.
Cyberpunk 2077. There's going to be a shit ton of good games.
Well, I mean, just think about this. Okay,
Project Dylan.
The one thing that could, like I've told you on Xbox Nation, so if they're having this partnership with Sega, and if people need to remember, Dreamcast and Microsoft were really tight with one another back then. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft was providing, I guess, the online aspect of it. And so, in which I think Sega was the ones that kind of got Microsoft into the gaming world in the first place. So if you look at it, like, I mean, if you want me to get into VR, the best way to do is to show when you show that VR shit, show me House of the Dead from Sega.
The old school shooter?
Yeah,
that would be something that they could do.
Show me House of the Dead in VR, and I'm on it, because that's what I'm talking about. With the power of the Scorpio, you got House of the Dead. Then, of course, you know, there's Battletoads. I know that,
all right, Mega.
Sega has a ton of properties that they can use. At $500 million, that money, that list just came. That money came out of nowhere, and the only people that can really provide that type of money is Microsoft. So you might be on to some crap.
Exactly.
Mega, when it comes to that VR thing, this is something I don't think a lot of people are hammering home here. Is like, the headsets are VR, but they're also AR. That's why they call them mixed reality. They're also that augmented reality as well. So when they actually show, do you remember that Illuma room from back in the day, the whole projection where it brought the screen from the TV out to like around your room and stuff like that?
Oh,
These headsets will be able to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they have cameras in the front and stuff like that. So this way, you know, you'll still be able to see in front of you if you want, and they can expand beyond the TV screen. That's why I think when it comes to virtual reality, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not mainstream right now. But with these headsets being what is it, like $200 less than what PlayStation has to offer with PlayStation VR, or $100 less with the controllers or whatnot. Like this is it's a better price point, and it's more technology. It's more options in how to play the games and how to use the headset, and it's only one fucking cord. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that I think people aren't really. It's only one cord on these things. It's not like you're wearing Predator's head like on your face or anything like that. You know, and I think that it's gonna really it's gonna attract some people when they show that on stage, man.
Have they given the price for it?
I know the oh damn,
the Ace one's for 400, right?
Yeah, I think that's 400 with the Move controllers though.
Oh wow, okay. That's not bad.
So you get the Microsoft controllers, and it's $100 less than that PlayStation VR bundle. So you're going $100 less. You're getting more technology, and you're getting more options on how to use the headset when you get it. I mean that's gonna be huge, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be real huge. Yeah, and I cannot think of that the name of that game. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, even last week. That just came on the PC. They just released it on the PC with Bayonetta, and it's a Sega title. Vanquished. If they brought back Vanquished, you know, there's so many possibilities. I mean, you got Vector Man, you got Toe Jam and Earl, and I've already heard that Toe Jam and Earl's
already made it. Yeah. It was a Kickstarter game. But yeah, so those that don't know, Sega is restructuring their stuff. They're investing $500 million into new games, making sequels to beloved IPs and things like that. They've bought new studios. They've got new partnerships with Microsoft and a couple other places. No Sony though. And so anybody that goes, well, they wouldn't do exclusives or anything like that. Think about this. They did.
Aren't they doing Shenmue? That's not their game anymore.
No, they own the IP, and they gave rights to the Shenmue guy, Yu Suzuki, they gave him the blessing to do another one.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's like they own it, but they gave him the blessing to go ahead and do the third game. So when it comes with Sega, what they're doing now, like they made Sonic their biggest franchise exclusive to Wii U at different points in time. So I guess it comes down to wherever the money is. You know what I mean? Like wherever they can make money, or and Microsoft. Look, it would probably be cheaper, let's say, to do Bayonetta exclusively. Maybe that only costs $30 million. Right, than it would to get Call of Duty time content or any of that stuff that Sony's doing. So I'm just saying, those that think Microsoft doesn't have anything up their sleeve, you know, like this is Microsoft. They're obviously, like, people are ready to freak out at the drop of a hat. That's the stupidest thing you could do. And the reason why that's stupid is because Microsoft knows what people want. They know what people are expecting them. They think that people aren't expecting much, which means that absolutely they're going to bring it. And I think people are going to be super surprised by what they see. And I think they're going to get a lot of people on Team Xbox after they're showing.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I think that that's why I was just telling everybody, like, look, the doom and gloom, because they're so quiet, that's a great thing. That doesn't mean that they don't have anything up their sleeve. It's just that, you know, this is shaping up to be potentially one of the best E3s of all time. Because
have they announced this Sega deal, or that was something you read? Or
that was Sega announced that. Microsoft did. Sega announced that. So yeah, Sega has that because their COO left, and then they went ahead and announced it. Hey, we've got partnerships with this, and we've got these new studios. We're going back into doing what we do best, which is make games and things like that. So I think that A lot of us are gonna be extremely impressed with what they have to offer. And
Are you talking about Sega or Microsoft?
Microsoft, I think they've got deals that people don't know about.
Well, read the. I mean, this is the latest in the rumor mill. This is the latest thing. Everyone's saying fake, but I find it kind of. Usually,
they called it Studio Phobo.
Yeah, well, that's Studio Gobo.
Yeah. So what do they have? Talk to us.
That's just the F to G if you look on the keyboard. So they're saying this is the latest, probably fake. This is what they're saying. They're saying Crackdown 3 looks incredible. Sounds right. Mm-hmm. Sea of Thieves going to be delayed, which sounds
March of 2018, which I've heard that too.
Forza 7 released September 20th. Okay, that's nothing new. Here's where they're saying this, which should be amazing, but I doubt it's true. Exclusive Ninja Gating Project, 4K 60, pure action, native 4K, 2018 could be pushed to 2000. And then they're saying this, which is interesting. Borderlands 3, but it doesn't sound right.
Timed exclusive. I don't think that's right. I've heard it's going to be on the stage, and they might have some content, but maybe that's where they mixed up. But Borderlands 3 is going to be on Microsoft stage. And the thing with the Ninja Gaiden project, people have to remember that was exclusive on Xbox originally, and supposedly this will be, according to them, Microsoft's answer to core games like Bloodborne or Neo on PS4. So, and they also listed Fable Online, Studio Gobo working on Fable, a resurrection of Fable Legends. They will make critical, drastic changes. No, it's not MOBA anymore. It's more of an online RPG like Destiny. You can go on missions with friends, meet in towns where you can equip and sell your weapons. Looks and sounds promising. So again, we talked about this on a BGST, a month ago? Remember when the Studio Gobo stuff leaked and we were like, oh, they're working on something online. This is what it's, I mean, that, I'm not saying that this is 100% accurate, but I'm saying some of this stuff sounds pretty interesting.
They're quoting, not to interrupt, but they're quoting that the douchebag Colonel or whatever, and NTKRNL, who's the same guy that released all the information in 2015 for 2015 in January. So that makes me a little wary of this. That made me look twice. But hopefully it's just fake.
Yeah. Also, let's see. Capcom Vancouver, a new IP called Night of Aegis, funded by Microsoft. So the deal is a bit complicated. Microsoft made a 3-game contract deal with Capcom in 2011, 2012. Game 1 was Dead Rising. Dead Rising 4 got a green light after its success and therefore is not game 2 or planned. Game number 2 was Monster Hunter. The deal doesn't mean the next Monster Hunter is exclusive to Xbox, but they wanted to guarantee that the popular franchise from Japan also make its way to Xbox. This means Monster Hunter 5 will be announced at E3 at Sony stage and will release on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Microsoft.
Not to interject. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to add something about that. I heard that's true. I heard that, and that is something I heard a while back, that Monster Hunter 5 is coming to Xbox.
That would be the first one that comes to Xbox.
The first box. So I actually have heard that
drooling right now,
from a pretty good source too. You know, a source that pretty good. He's been right in the past.
So hold on, game number 3, and now comes the interesting part, was made for an exclusive Dino Crisis game fully funded by Microsoft. However, Capcom Vancouver didn't want to make that game, and the other Capcom studios were busy with other projects. The plan got ditched, and instead they agreed to work on a new IP, which will replace game number 3 from Microsoft. The new IP in Vancouver is called Night of Aegis. 1974, New York City, you are recruited into the Order of Aegis, an elite brotherhood of mystic knights sworn to protect and keep the peace between mortal and supernatural realms. When a powerful evil stirs in the darkness, you must master an ancient powers of the past in order to save humanity's future. That's the thing.
That sounds right up my alley, man.
New IP by Obsidian. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? And I kind of giving everything away. Obsidian, I heard, worked on a Fallout game, right? They're the ones that made Fallout New Vegas. So there's rumors that Bethesda has open world games. I heard that Obsidian made another Fallout in the vein of New Vegas. So that is, they're calling it Project Uranus, I guess. Okay.
Wow.
So then there's a sci-fi first-person shooter RPG game. It's a mix of Destiny and Borderlands with a comic art style. Let's see. Oh, there's another. The game is set to be a games as a service game, which that ought to go over well, huh? Shadow of Mordor, Borderlands 3, Assassin's Creed Origins, NBA 2K18, which I think NBA 2K is marketed with Sony.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Survive, which could be. I mean, Microsoft would bring Konami up on stage, wouldn't they? Everybody hates Konami, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting stuff. I don't think that like some of that stuff is just obvious, you know.
But we get that leak every year though. Too good to be true. I just call bullshit on Ninja Gaiden. The last one sucked like shit. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, you know, that's a situation where going exclusive on something could actually help, you know, especially if they fund it or something along those lines. Because if you remember, the first one on the original Xbox was really good.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And then when they started going multi-platform, I hate to sound like a fanboy, but it's true. When they went multi-platform, they just got worse and worse. You know, and that third one was just terrible. I think you know, it's just one of the worst games of the bunch. Plus, when the one guy left. And of course, he's not doing anything spectacular either anymore. But yeah,
he's my friend. Crap. Stop.
Yeah. So you know what? Look, this is all stuff to take with a grain of salt. Just interesting, nonetheless, to kind of talk about or whatever. And
I'll be looking for that Aegis, that Aegis title because that sounds. Oh man, I would love a game like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to talk about a little bit anyway. Yeah, just fucking interesting nonetheless. What do you guys think about like people losing faith in Xbox right now? You guys think that's actually a thing, or do you think that's?
I think people are just. I mean, I don't know. You look at what happened this generation. Crap. A lot of people jump ship. I didn't really think. Me personally, maybe because I don't. I'm just more invested into the Xbox ecosystem, and I don't have nothing against the PlayStation. I just prefer the Xbox. I've been there for so long. You know what I mean? I just couldn't see me just you know, just going over. Just I don't know. I couldn't do it. It's not in me. You know, I can't. I don't know what the hell, man. Leave my gamer tag, all my friends, and my gamer score. I couldn't do it, but I don't know. It is what it is.
You know, minus all of the rumors, I already thought Microsoft was going to have a very good, fucking spectacular show. Like, I couldn't see why everybody, like, was, you know, on social media, like, was questioning it, you know, with the hardware, with the software. I mean, I want to hear, you know, Fable is getting rebooted. I want the next Assassin's Creed kind of going back to the Assassin's Creed roots. I didn't like the last couple titles of Assassin's Creed, and I wanted them to kind of go back into time. If that's what they're doing. I'm excited for that. Yo, the chance to get another Splinter Cell and to have it on Xbox's stage is amazing to me. Like there was so many things that I'm like, I want to see more Crackdown. The more I talk to people like in the background, the more they're saying this game is no joke. Like they are saying, seriously, it looks beautiful.
You know what? I know Tim Dog here. Tim Dog hears the same stuff I do when it comes to Crackdown, and it's like straight fire. So like this is a showpiece. This is definitely coming out this year. I had heard. I know Jez Gordon. He's a good guy, and he gets like a lot of information and stuff like that too. So some of that stuff could be bullshit, but obviously some of that stuff, Forza 7, Sea of Thieves getting delayed is something that's obviously going to happen. It makes sense to release that in March of next year. You know, I'm just saying, like, I know, like, people are a fan of that game, and it's, and I'm really looking forward to it as well. But release it when it's ready, so that it doesn't, you know, you have to have content for those types of games when they release.
Right? Dude, and when it comes to Forza, right? Like, Forza Motorsport is already, top dog when it comes to racing simulation. I feel that this next iteration, and they're going to show it running on Scorpio, is going to set the bar so high for race simulators that other developers, like, they're gonna break their pen, like, they're gonna be watching the show, they're gonna snap their pencils and shit like that. It's like back to the fucking drawing board now. Like they Turn 10 is nasty at what they do, yo. Like I don't think they get a lot of credit, and I still don't think they get enough, yo. They are amazing.
I agree 100%. It's gonna be, again, the word showpiece gets thrown around a lot, but Forza 7, Crackdown 3, those are going to be showpieces. I think even State of Decay 2 is going to look phenomenally well. So I talked about this on MNC Mornings this morning. If you guys missed it, it was a good show. Livewires contributed like a Mooch and Crap theme song that's absolutely hilarious. Like go check that out when you get a chance. But we talked about it, like how many exclusives, like AAA, are a good number for a platform in a year. And the people in the chat were all like, you know, between 4 and 5. You know, come out with a couple in the beginning of the year and then a few at the end of the year. And I think that Microsoft is on that path. I mean, yeah, they released, you know, Halo Wars 2 at the beginning of the year, and then we're definitely going to get Forza 7, State of Decay 2, and Crackdown 3 towards the end of the year. That's 4. Like, to me, if you start releasing 5, 6, 7, like, people aren't going to buy those. You know, like, you're really just kind of saturating yourself and competing against yourself at that point, along with the AAAs and things like that. So, in my opinion, I think 4 or 5 is good. You can sit there and name off all the ones that Sony had so far this year, and maybe only a few of them sold. You know, and what are they going to have for the rest of the year? We don't know, but it might not be much of anything. Just, I mean, the Uncharted DLC, Gran Turismo Sport, which looks horrible. You know, but what else? You know, so at the end of the day, they did get a lot of stuff from the home team, but as far as like AAA or first party stuff, I don't know that they have anything that absolutely is thrilling people.
You don't think Spider-Man's releasing this year? You don't think so?
Spider-Man could release that, but I don't think
I
don't think God of War is releasing. I think Spider-Man could release. I don't know. You never know with Sony. They're good for delays with their stuff. If like we joked around, we did again a top 10 bold predictions for E3. One of the top 10 bold predictions was Sony might actually release a release date for one of their games at this E3. You know, like they're so like quiet. They don't even do release years anymore.
They just,
you know what I mean?
In development. It's just in development.
Everything's just in development. So at least as Xbox fans, we know where we stand. Yeah, we're in a bit of a downtime right now, but it's not like there hasn't been plenty to play this year.
Right. We're also getting a system that is gonna, you know, play the best third parties by a lot
of everything.
You know,
yeah.
But my thing about it is, you know, I've been vocal about it. My point is that as fans, we always have to keep the bar high for Microsoft, and I just feel in this case that if we don't have an adequate E3, or we feel a little bit underwhelming for the games in 2017 or past 2017, we should say something, because I just feel that the fans have to convey to Phil and Xbox that we are here also for game creation. We understand it's a business, and we understand that maybe your single player games didn't sell great, or maybe, you know, you had a bunch of these new IPs that didn't sell great. But that might have been a problem with the Xbox One itself, with the stigma and obviously the media and the resolution bullshit, because that was all real. People like to pretend.
Dude,
that
without the resolution bullshit, I can say it right now, Quantum Break would have sold a shit ton. A shit ton.
Well,
yo.
what they do is basically the same thing that Zero Horizon Dawn does, which is checkerboarding, or it's a little different method, but they call that, you know, 4K. They call fucking Quantum Break 720p. You know,
hey, you know what? They call everything fucking 4K, right?
Yeah.
Look, they're calling Crash Bandicoot 4K. You're talking about a remaster of a PlayStation 1 game running at 30 frames per second on the Pro and only 1440p. Like, how in the world? And you look at, and here's the thing, right? I'm looking at the NeoGAF thread for this, and what do you see? Well, that's not really an indication of what the Pro can do. That's not really their fault. It's just devs. That's perfectly fine. They wanted to run the game at the original frame rate. Now imagine like something like Phantom Dust on the Xbox One that is also 30 frames per second. Oh man, it's so weak. They can't even run a remake of an original Xbox game at more than that. You know, and that's just a remaster, not a remake. Like these, you know, these Crash games. So you're telling me, and they still call it 4K on the PS4 Pro, by the way.
Wow. And
it's definitely not 4K. It's 1440p, by the way. Most of the stuff that they say 4K is just a lie.
Dynamic.
No other way to say it. It's a lie.
It's
a lie.
Double standard. It's a complete double standard. And if the roles were reversed, and let's say that Sony was in, listen, if Sony was in Microsoft's position right now, and Xbox try to get to let's just say that they flipped Scorpio and Pro, and Sony, you'd see a huge reaction. You see a lot different reaction. There are definitely people making excuses for Sony. They're making excuses for Sony in regards. Now, listen, I bought a Pro. I play some of the games if it was super sampled. Some of the games, because I haven't played it on a 1080p. They don't even have super sampling system wide. That goes on with a lot of the stuff that they just.
That's 100% legit. I saw people in that NeoGAF thread like, I hope it super samples down to 1080p.
Right,
you know what I mean?
And it doesn't. I mean,
Yeah.
you have issues when you see, you know, some of it could be on the developer, like 1440p for, you know, Injustice 2, or 1440p, not even 60 for Crash Bandicoot. Now, it could be some on the developer, sure, but you know, there's things that if this was Xbox, you know that this would be shoved down our throats.
Absolutely.
And that's why, as Xbox fans, we're together in this, because we know how we were treated. And we also see the double standard, how people make excuses and don't act the same way that they treat the way they treated certain things. This is the same thing. Now it's okay. You know, and now 4K is dynamic, or you can call something 4K when it's not. If you did that with Xbox, and people did try to say that. Remember with Aaron's infamous tweet where he said, "Oh, well, it outputs at 1080p."
Yeah, you know, somebody was passing around those tweets the other day. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, well, that was you know, he was really hit hard on that, and people went after him. But now you have the same thing happening, kind of in certain aspects, and they're calling it 4K. Nobody says a word. So, you know, as Xbox fan, we are definitely in this together, as far as like there is a ton of double standards, and the media is absolute shit show.
You know, I thought the media was getting better. I don't know if you guys saw this Destructoid Phantom Dust review, or if you guys have heard about this. Okay, and I did a video about it lately, and I actually was funny because I had a different video set up for 1 a.m. last night. And then I was like, last minute, I was like, you know what? I got to cover this. I don't care who sees it or not, but I got to talk about it and I linked it because I don't exactly usually link this kind of stuff. And I don't even usually name people when I do these things because I don't want to let people know, you know, like give these people any views.
You don't want to funnel
like that,
people over there and
exactly.
Them,
but this one, but whenever I say, hey, people have it in for Xbox or they hate Xbox or there's a bias, they don't believe you a lot of the time. And I'm like, okay, look at this Destructoid Phantom Dust article, right? They gave it a 2.5 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Okay, look, you don't like that's not the worst part. You don't like Phantom Dust, that's your opinion. Fine, give it a 2.5 out of 10. This is how he starts off the review though. Sometimes dead is better. How about that Xbox One, guys? So many hot exclusives have come out this year for it, such as, well, nothing. Okay. There was Halo Wars 2, but you already forgot about that like most people have, right? I sure did. But don't worry. Microsoft hasn't forgotten about its loyal Xbox fans. It released a remastered version of an obscure Xbox budget title from 13 years ago for free, now with added microtransactions. Oh, joy. So his first two paragraphs are slamming Xbox and basically calling us idiots. You know what I mean? Like,
that's
like horrible.
Man, that's ridiculous.
Snaps actually came across that article and she started reading it to me. We were outside on the porch, and she was even like, her jaw dropped at like how this dude was delivering his information. Like, you cannot like the game and everything like that, but
fine, yeah.
Damn, you're just trying to swing everybody to bash Xbox when you know this could be one of the biggest years in that division's like history, man.
So and not only that, but so many people like when you talk about like these list wars and stuff like that, people will list remasters on the Sony side or the smaller games, but they never do on the Xbox side. Like they conveniently forget stuff like The Calling or City Skylines or Halo Wars 1 that was remastered. Voodoo Vince. There's quite a bit that has come out on it. We've got that awesome expansion for Forza Horizon 3, which was better than any racing game on the PS4 to date. So there is a lot of content that's been released. And not only that, but we've still had games to play from the last 6 or 7 months with Recore, Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Dead Rising 4, which had some more content and is getting new content as we speak. There's going to be some new content for it. So I think that it's one of those situations where people don't give Microsoft the credit, and they're quick to blame Microsoft at the drop of a hat, and there's a bit of a double standard. So it's okay for Sony. Let's not bitch about Sony not releasing anything during the holidays. That's genius. But then let's sit there and talk about how great they are by releasing everything at the beginning of the year when Microsoft doesn't, and Microsoft or evil will never have anything. So there's a huge conflict there, and like if people can't see it, then all I can say is just wake up a little bit. You don't even have to be an Xbox fan, but you can see the bias. I don't care who it is, whether you prefer PlayStation or Nintendo or PC. If you don't see the bias, then I suggest you just open your eyes a little bit more, because there's a clear anti-Xbox sentiment in the media and gaming in general, and it's so sad. It is really sad.
All I have to say is Dragon Quest builders. That's all I'm going to say. All the praise for that. Oh, this game is going to be this. This game is going to be that. I'm listening to Sony podcasts, and they were praising it, right? You don't hear shit about it. You know, it was an okay game from a couple of people that actually played it or whatever. And a game that is original, which everybody's been asking for, is more originality in gaming, which is Phantom Dust. There's no game like it. There's no game like it. And so instead of giving it its respect for it being original, it's a Japanese title, something that they say, Xbox doesn't have in their repertoire. Of course, they want to shit on it because it's a 13-year-old game. But yet you want us to buy 3
Crash Bandicoot, which is even
Crash
older.
Bandicoot games that's lackluster, that's not true authentic 4K. You know what I'm saying? That's, I mean, that
or
tells
you got the editor-in-chief of Game Informer talking about how great Knack 2 is. He played it at PSX last year, and he's like, it's amazing. It's so much fun. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I don't care. Put down Phantom Dust, whatever. You give it a 2.5, which, by the way, even as a crappy reviewer, a 2.5 out of 10 would mean that the game was completely broken and you couldn't even play it. Not that you just don't, if you don't like it, like, you don't like a game, you give it a 4 or 5, that's fine. But when you're giving it a 2.5, like, come on.
Right.
Like, I mean, come on. Like, this guy just.
But they've been doing that shit all generation. Just Stroke Joy, Giant Bomb, games.
Yeah.
The whole generation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we see it. It's an unfortunate thing, and people still don't.
Do you think it's going to change?
It's a quality game, man. It's actually ahead of its time.
Yeah, I don't think it'll change. I think what we're going to see is more and more Digital Foundry face-offs are all going to be won by, probably all of them are going to be won by the Scorpio. And that's something that people aren't going to be able to ignore. Obviously, Capital Foundry is going to be in full effect as well, showing off the differences between Scorpio versions and and the PS4 versions. So, I think that Microsoft has a really good plan in place. It's going to be the best place to play all those big major third-party games, and they're going to have some really good technical showpieces. You know what I mean? And Sony, I'm not saying that they're bad or anything, but I just think that they've gotten away with a lot of stuff this generation that Microsoft would have been called out for. So,
right. Oh yeah, definitely. Not for anything. When it comes down to it, we have multiple consoles in the house, and there are titles on Sony's side that I'm looking forward to. But the thing is, the way Sony handles their shit, like calling stuff 4K now, that isn't, all right? It's upscaled, right?
Yeah.
If Xbox did shit like that, they would have been hung from the rafters, like over and over and over again, and the media says nothing. When it comes to the games, I don't understand what the hell is going on in the stables when they're like, we're getting this game. Days Gone is coming out, and God of War is coming out, and then Spider-Man's coming out. We're getting so many exclusives this year when they all stated in development at last E3. A lot of them were like early development. I'm like, dude, you can't trust Sony. And then when it comes down to it, they delay their exclusives over and over and over again. And it's like these ponies got blinders. They don't see any of that shit. They see their own made up list of games that are coming out this year.
And you know what? Every walking simulator, every little indie they count. Like, we don't sit there and count, Candleman or this. You know what I mean? Like, we could, but we don't. But whenever you see these lists, you'll see the smallest game on the PS4 side, and then on the Xbox side, you only see like 2 games or whatever. It's just like, It's so funny. I
don't even look at those lists anymore because,
Well, I mean, just case in point, Ron, that game was considered to be one of those great indie titles that PlayStation was going to present. And now, since it didn't get on the PlayStation, it's only on Xbox, you don't hear anything about it. Where's
the praise now?
Where's the praise? You were talking about how great that this game was.
It's so creative.
Just a couple of years ago, and now there's nothing about that game. You know what I'm saying? it's okay to troll into and we have a good time talking shit to one another or to people on the opposite side. But when it comes to just actual facts, there is no you see it. It's blatant. It's not even they're not even hiding it anymore. It's fucking disgusting, man. This is not journalism. This is not what gaming was last generation. As many people want to try to give, there's alternative facts, and now there's this new thing called selective facts. They're saying that these selective facts is that they always used to bring up. The Xbox 360 was getting all the praise back then. Well, okay, rightfully so. It was the better console overall.
You know what's funny? My bad, Mego. Because when you said the 360, isn't it funny that we're kind of going back to that? Because when the Scorpio comes out, all the multiplats are going to run better. For people who are into resolution, which I'm not. All right. Like, I love the fact with the Scorpio, you're going to get, like, the better textures. You're going to get the better lighting. You're going to get all the stuff that truly makes a game look better. But we're going back into that 360 era where all the multiplats are going to run better on Xbox, maybe easier to develop for on the Scorpio. It's a mirror of the 360 generation,
all they need is that 360 marketing again. But they said Sony has it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Sony just has 360.
Just show the games better though too. Like that's something that you could do. And plus, you have to look at the fact that a lot of the people, like the content creators like us, we're gonna be showcasing a lot of the Scorpio stuff as well. So
no, that was just a point I was going to make. Like the difference between this gen and last gen, it's evident that they got this they want to put their boot on the throat of every Xbox fan and Xbox themselves. When Sony was down, Sony came back and they got a lot of appreciation because of their first party games. When The Last of Us came out and Heavy Rain and the other games that they came out with towards the end of the year, they got a lot of praise. You're not getting it. It doesn't matter how good Rise or Quantum Break or Sunset Overdrive or whatever game that's going to be coming out here in the future, they're going to shit on it one way or another because they're going to say it's not good enough for a PlayStation gamer, which is absolute bullshit.
Yeah. I think Microsoft, they're doing a lot of the right things. The whole way that they've been, this Game Pass thing is going to be really good. I can see people are kind of underselling it, but I see a lot of people playing these games and the achievements on my friends list and stuff, like in my feed. Like a lot of people are going in there and playing. I have it. I think that it's super easy to use. You just scroll through there, pick your game, boop, download it. It's really intuitive and easy to use, and I think that that's going to be a big thing that Microsoft is going to push this year, this holiday. Probably going to have bundles with that and EA Access. To me, like
the new version of PlayStation Now crap.
I think it's so much better than PlayStation Now.
Well, though, but you think that PlayStation Now is going to implement that?
If PlayStation Now did do something like that, where you can actually download the games, I maybe would get it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be honest with you. Like the whole streaming thing, I did a video once. It was just bad. Like it was really, really bad. There's a lot of input lag, and that's even when I could get it working. And it gets pixelated at times and things like that. So I do think that it would be cool. Just like if, I'm not against them doing something like that. I wish they would have got EA Access, because that would have been good games on that for a change. You know what I mean? Like the first couple of years, they're like easy achievements, easy trophies, what have you. It's extra games. I'm all for that.
Yo, hold up. I gotta address something in the chat. Yo, this Top Dog dude, he said Forza 7 review. He gave it a 5.5. It's the same old shit. Dude, do you play simulation racers? Like, what the fuck are you gonna get that's new in a simulation racer besides graphics? You get weather. Yo, like. I don't understand. Like, what the hell does he want in a simulation racer? Do you want to simulate getting out of your car? Is that the new feature?
Shoot a gun.
What you're getting from Turn 10 is the physics based off of the actual vehicles. You get the detail in the tire work to where the tires burn down just like real life and all that good stuff. You're getting all this simulation detail, and you're trying to say it's the same old shit. I think you need to get back to Burnout or some other arcadey bullshit, because I don't think you're a simulation racer at all, man.
Well, I can tell you one thing. That Forza 7 with the 4K textures, which this is all going to happen, probably dynamic lighting and weather. That on Scorpio, and you having a 4K TV running that natively. Get ready to just freaking take your jaw off the ground.
Showpiece. That's what that is. That's a showpiece. It's
just something. I mean, we can talk about the game itself, and that's true what you're saying, Xbox. But the fidelity of that's why, like, I think Phil says things like, "Hey, don't worry, just wait until you see this shit."
I've always seen the trailer for Need for Speed. And look,
did you see the ending of it at the bottom?
Is in fucking trouble, man. But Need for Speed on the Scorpio, GT, man. I'm so sorry for any GT fans out there. Y'all asses in trouble, son.
They wait a long time for nothing. Like GT fans, it's really sad. Sad. If you look at that game. It's it doesn't look to be in good shape, and they are getting a lot of damage control from Digital Foundry, but hey, I mean, look, if you guys want to waste your money on that, go ahead. We'll be playing like a native 4K 60 FPS Forza 7. Like that, to me, that game's gonna be amazing, and that's the one that I'm excited about. Like Need for Speed looked good, and if you look at the little letters at the bottom at the end of that trailer, it says not every version is going to be Ultra HD. I'm just saying, get prepared to see that a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna be a thing.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this shit here. I swear, I'm gonna have so much fun.
It is, and like if you're an Xbox dude or a content creator, have fun with it, because we put up with shit for plenty of years, and it's time to there's seriously there's nothing negative that people can say about Scorpio. Like they try. Like they've been saying the price or can't do this or can't do that. But the truth of the matter is it's going to do native 4K. It's going to do 60 FPS on games. It's going to be reasonably priced.
Better textures, better lighting. Like
Microsoft's going to launch it with a few big AAA exclusives, Forza 7, Crackdown 3, and State of Decay 2, with Sea of Thieves coming early next year, and Halo is due up next year as well. Forza Horizon is due up next year as well. There could be new exclusives, another Fable coming. Like, look, you guys, if you're down on Xbox, slap yourself in the face and wake up, because Xbox they're doing the things right. Like, get out of that funk. They are
ready. And everybody hit that like button for
hit the like button,
man. Come on now.
Come on. Yeah, you guys are like, get off your hands. Also, you know what? I've been seeing
That boy got to buy me a video game here pretty soon.
You know what? I've been seeing Mikey Barra play this PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds game, and it looks interesting. I think that's coming to Xbox. That's why he's been promoting this game incredibly large amount of the time. Usually when he does that, it's because of that. I know a lot of people maybe not care about that type of game, but look, Phil has done a good job of getting some of these PC games onto the Xbox platform. And
Win 10 fan.
Yeah, exactly. I had a shirt like that one time. Sold pretty well, actually.
Let me ask the PlayStation fans in the chat a question. Hey, are y'all downloading Assassin's Creed 3? No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm downloading right now. Y'all can talk all that shit about backwards compatibility, but man, that is the best thing out right now, man. If PlayStation had backwards compatibility, we wouldn't hear the last of it, especially as many great titles that PlayStation has through its history. You guys would be clamoring and just jawing. So hopefully PlayStation 5 will have backwards compatibility, because
they won't do the backwards compatibility. How are they going to make the HD remaster, the 4K remaster of games they came out?
They'll just lie like they do with everything else. You know what I'm saying? They'll just say it's all in 4K or it's in HD. They don't give a damn.
I'll tell you though, we're talking about things that like backwards compatibility, and somebody mentioned EA Access. I mean, when Scorpio's out and the EA Access comes out, you can make an argument, that Xbox really isn't the best place to play right now. I mean, you could say it is and this and that, I guess. But, when Scorpio comes out and you have these things like EA Access, like Battlefront, and you have, these games that come out, that's a huge deal. Like, that makes EA Access even that much bigger of a deal. You know what I mean? So, I think it's a good thing. I think that a lot of things are going Xbox way. We go into E3 this week, and it's a week away. No matter what we were gonna say, everyone's probably gonna say you lost E3, but I don't really think that that's gonna be the case.
They said they lost E3 last year too, but we were ones that we played the games that they showed at E3, and Sony fans still haven't played shit. So I mean, with the exception of Horizon Zero Dawn, they haven't played shit from last E3. So how do you win E3 when you didn't actually get anything that they showed off except one game?
I just think that we're really in for a treat when we get to see games.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I can tell you that they're real confident. So like when we talked about just before, when I said I have a high bar for Xbox, and I think all fans should. I just sometimes worry that like these games are going to look that much better that like I hope that they don't just rely on third party. We have to have these, game creations. But from what I'm hearing, that people are real confident, like real confident.
PlayStation is dog shit. Let me just explain this to you. I turned on my PlayStation, just to see if the motherfucker works. And I'm like, okay, saying, let's go ahead and go through it. And every damn time I turn this bastard on, it's always telling me I got some corrupted data because this bastard is always updating. It's updating day and night and day. Like, I mean, why you can't do this? What?
I gotta agree with you. Every time I turn on
corrupted data,
not the corrupted data part. I didn't get that, but dude. Everything is constantly getting updates. Like, games are like updating. Like, every time I turn it on, it's like, holy shit! Like, what? I don't understand.
Behind the times, like Z say, man, the Japanese developers, man. I mean, development team. They
start that shit.
Hey, man, look. Hey, Xbox can see. I'm looking at it right here, man. I was just told some good news to make me turn on my PlayStation that Killing Floor 2 is free. That is a dope ass game. I got it on my PC. I wish Xbox would get that game because it reminds you a lot of Left 4 Dead. It's like a modernized Left 4 Dead.
Oh
it's
shit!
A really cool game. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and copy it. We're uploading right now. You got 2 corrupt files for what? I didn't turn your bitch ass on except for when I was playing here.
That new update.
Anyway, let's go on. I'm sorry, I had to troll. I'm not trolling, but it just pisses me off, man.
That new update.
It just makes me even more satisfied that I'm an Xbox guy, man. Just all around. Get all the systems, enjoy them. But you know what? Xbox is the best place to play. That's just
update? What happened?
That update is causing corrupted data for some people, by the way. That's like a legit thing. So.
What's up there? 3 games
that corrupted. New PS4 Pro up there, that new update was causing people to have corrupted save files.
On the Pro or the Slim, or just both?
On both. So I mean, there were some fixes or whatever, but it's like it was supposed to be like a stability update, and then it just ended up like causing like faux bricks and stuff like that. So it took me a while. I didn't download it right away. I waited a few days and then downloaded the update. So. I'm not really interested in like the PS4. If it wasn't for VR, I wouldn't even play the thing right now.
Damn, crap exposed.
Yeah. Very much on there, man. I'm not. What can I say? I like the big mainstream games: Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, God of War. Those are the type of games I like. I don't really.
I can't wait for Spider-Man, man. I hope Spider-Man comes out this year.
Yeah, if it comes out this year, it'll give me something to do for a good, that's how it is with PlayStation 4 for me. It'll give me something to do for, each game will give me something to do for 10 or 12 hours, and then it's back to Xbox. Like that's how it is for me.
Well, it's good for single player exclusive.
Yeah.
You know what it is at the end of the day?
That's why I got it for that in MLB. I'm sorry.
That too.
But at the end of the day,
MLB is fire.
I do have MLB, but that is a really good game.
What I've noticed about PlayStation and the platform, and this is no diss or no shade, and it's not a very social platform. You know what I mean? When I'm playing or I'm live streaming, I have a party, we bucking out, everybody has their mic, we having a good time. To me, it makes my gaming experience, much better. PlayStation, forget about it. Lonely station, you know what I mean? Nothing.
Yeah.
I have to have my PlayStation on to play a game and have my Xbox party going in order to feel like I'm at home. Yeah. I'm so spoiled by Xbox, man. Look, Fonzarelli, my boy, you know what I'm saying? I love PlayStation dudes that are absolutely realistic, man. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what people think about Porter Rock, look, and shout out to Jabari for coming out to the GRG for the PlayStation Invasion. But you know what? Porter Rock and Fonzarelli, they are realistic about shit. Porter Rock's probably got to keep a standard, you know what I'm saying, because he has a lot of PlayStation guys on there. But behind the scenes, he'll tell you the truth. He'll tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Porter Rock, dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and I'm happy for his success and his 1,000 subs, man. Shout out to him, Fonzarelli, and Jabari. Like I said, man, I know that's shocking the world right now, but you know what? We had grown man talk conversation on GRG Friday night, man. Y'all should check that out.
Well, whether you like it or not, it's good to see even all of us, all grow, whether it's PlayStation guys or Xbox guys. It's I know Jabari for 4 years, and we've went back and forth, but overall, as I think he's a good dude. And
Tim, you're going back to the roots of when I first met you, man.
Yeah,
about Jabari and everything.
I'm not even on Facebook anymore, but. Overall, though, I think that when we talk about Lonely Station, or we say things like that. Like last night, I played Halo 5, and I gotta tell everyone on this listening, with the 400 people close to, play that game again. Play the game again.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Tim. Talk to him, Tim.
I have to say, I played it last night, and I was very impressed. I had a different take on it, and you look at things, and this is when I talk about the social platform. That game you could play with 4 people, okay? You could play 4-player co-op, okay? There's not many games like that's on that type of level that you can play 4-player co-ops. And I have to say, even if you're a part of the Game Pass, that game really it might have missed a few hits there and there. But man, I played that game last night and I had a lot of fun. So I have to say, play it with 4 people or 3 other friends. Play it over again, and I think that you might. I play it on heroic. I would think that you play it on the top level, and you might come away with a different thought. I mean, we can talk about the campaign story and this and that, but just the gameplay of that game, the 60 frames per second, and everything about it really does do the Halo.
What's funny though too? That was a situation where 343 went frame rate over resolution, and they got shit for it. Remember?
Yeah. At a cost, right?
At a cost.
50 frames per second at a cost.
Yeah, like whatever. Like that game runs smooth as hell at 60, so I take that.
It moves around like I was playing last night. I was with Jeremy, and I'm like, and I kept talking about it. He's like, "Shut up!"
You guys talking about Sea of Thieves?
No. But I mean, I played I played the board right before when you get the tank, and the level design too on Halo 5 is really good. I mean, and like I just was like saying to him, I'm like, this game, the way you move around and the speed of the game, and you're throwing a grenade, then you're dashing to the right, then you're running. I have to say, really, really made me look at the game differently. And I think sometimes that comes with all games. People take games. You can be having a bad day and you play a game, and that can actually maybe influence you. Maybe I don't know, but I didn't. I liked Halo 5, but when I played it yesterday, I appreciated it.
Yeah, the game it got so much better. It was good at launch, and it's been getting even better. If only they could improve lock, right, K-Mega?
This video coming. No, this is the thing, right? Like when I made my video, talking about save lock, I went back and I played it again. I played it for like about 5 hours, and I was like, this shit is absolutely amazing. This is what gaming is all about. Forget about, if you like lock or not, but just the story of how it was presented and how the online plays, it was so well done. And I know that people, they shitted on it, but this is the era where everybody shits on Xbox. It's just Xbox hate all up and down. Trust me, you go back and you play Halo 5 again, you'll have, like Tim said, you'll have an appreciation for the game, man. It's just the way that they put love into it.
K-Bag, I have to say, I really have to say, I appreciated the game a lot more. I mean, that's why I say play it, or even play it with friends. I don't know, maybe I remember playing
live streaming
it.
Were you live streaming?
No, I said, you know what?
You do live stream a lot though now.
Yeah, I've been doing Friday the 13th, but then as K-Mega said, I kind of got pissed off because I had like 6 awesome games going. Every one of them dropped down. But yeah, I mean, those games, you don't really find those games on Sony. You really don't.
Nope.
And for all the shit that Xbox gets for a single player, even though that they released them, you don't get games that are 4-player co-op that are that hectic and that great. And like I said, maybe it's the type of thing that people have to come back to because with a clearer mind. But play Halo 5, play it, and I think that you might have a little bit of appreciation because I played it and I have to say,
if you want to try it, try the Game Pass. It's on Game Pass right now.
You know I'm chopping at the bit here. You guys know that, right?
Are you a fan of Halo?
I have been known to dabble in Halo 5 a little bit, but Tim, you brought it up. You hit the nail right on the head with the 4-player co-op. But not only that, it is so detailed. Each character has their own weapons to use as well. So, like, when you have 3 friends going in, you're like, man, I really like to use the sniper and stuff like that. You have a character who starts with the sniper rifle. You have a character that starts with a shotgun. Of course, Master Chief goes with the machine gun and stuff like that. It is really, really detailed in terms of co-op and stuff like that. And Tim, I want to extend an invitation to you because if you like that stuff, then you got to come play Firefight with me at some point in time.
Definitely will. I will. I know that. I was actually
Firefight is a blast, actually. Yeah, I saw Xbot at a party or something. Like I told Xbot a long time ago. I'm like, you know what? I've been wanting to go through Halo 5 on a harder difficulty with like a full party of 4 because when I played it the first time,
we did Legendary. We need to do that then.
That should be something that we do. It probably wouldn't take that long, but
it would take a while with Legendary.
You think so?
Legendary's no joke, dude. Like I will let you know that it is no joke, man.
You guys can backpack me, no worries.
Let's go. Yeah. Z, you need to get into, because you wasn't into Gears either.
No. I know what it is. Like I said again, I just got so burnt out with shooters on the 360.
Yeah, you need
I
to
just played them. I am. I see here on Beam Mixer. I'm sorry, it's the #1 play game. I'm looking at some of the streams to speak. But I made it in the top 10 on Mixer on Friday. We did a co-stream on Friday the 13th. We got like over 100 people watching us.
Yeah, nice.
On Friday the 13th. That was like so much. That is like the perfect stream game. Yeah. I think Sea of Thieves is going to be a really good stream game, and like Battlegrounds. Those are going to be really good co-stream games. They're doing stuff that other people aren't. So it's like me, Mooch, She-Wolf, GKB, Magic Mike, and it's such a fun game. Yeah, it still has its problems right now, but damn, that game is so fun to stream and have fun with your friends. It's like unbelievable.
The Calling 2 is awesome, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, people are really into that
right now.
How come people aren't really getting hyped about that game? It's like
it doesn't work. It doesn't work on Xbox.
It doesn't work?
No, every time I try to play it, the fucking servers is down.
Gotcha. Oh, that explains the tweet. They sent the Friday the 13th devs a GIF tweet where they're hugging them because they get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
ouch, that is bad. But yeah, this is a game that like kind of went under the radar. Hopefully they get it sorted out. I don't have it yet, but
the Culling's a big streaming game. Dead by Daylight, when that comes out, that's another big streaming game. I believe like Friday the 13th kind of mimics the Dead by Daylight whole thing, and that's coming to Xbox as well. I know a lot of people are excited about that. There's a bunch of what they call quote unquote streaming games, coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, absolutely. And Microsoft is on top of that, man, and that's what I like about them.
Win 10 fam, because these are all PC streaming games coming over to console. So that's when people were asking like, what is going on with Xbox and PC and this whole integration? You're going to see these PC games coming over, games that people are enjoying on PC, but now they're going to get the whole ease of use and everything like that and come onto a console, and they're going to be on Xbox, and that is an amazing thing right there.
Agree 100%.
Dope shit. So, have we covered all the topics?
We covered a lot. It's almost 10, so.
Yeah,
Work
I'm over here bleeding. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for rocking out with BGST. We will see you all during the week on all the shows that we do.
Hit that thumbs up, folks.
Hit the like button. Thank you for rocking out with us, and also to Sunday. What time is E3 Sunday? No.
I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Tim, you're going?
Sick. Yeah,
Tim,
I'm gonna be there.
Oh, we need some behind the scene gossip, some news, something. You got to give us something live.
Yeah,
tell us how good a job South is doing on the boot shine on Phil. We want to know the real deal.
Shout out to Sal. He him back, man. Shout out to Sal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Now South got me into a couple of things. He got me into this thing on Wednesday where it's kind of like it really makes it really makes you you go right into E3 basically, and you get to play everything without all the crowds and
oh wow.
It's good. So he's always looking out for people.
You heard Timmy's like, it's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hate to say it makes E3 like this year's E3, honestly, I think it's going to be absolute mayhem as far as the expo. But the expo to get in, it's going to be like freaking elbows touching type crowded. So I don't know, but that even if I can't make a day at E3 Expo, that what South has, it makes up for, because you can play literally every game if you want that they have on the floor, and you basically go into the expo with maybe 1,000 people as opposed to 28,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
That's right. Yes, man. I'm excited, man. It'll be my first time being a part of BGST, and me and Xbox. So it's going to be wild, man. And
yeah, it's a crazy day, man. It's going to be it's a long day too.
Say, fuck it, we going live. Fuck it, we going live.
Doing it live. My motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just have beer, liquor, whatever the fuck I got, man. We just gonna do it. Just say fuck it. Let's just roll with it. I'll be moving to the new spot. I'll finally have a proper game room to where everything is gonna be set up. I cannot wait, man. I'm ecstatic. So
his girl putting a padlock on the outside. She gonna lock him into that shit.
Hey, you know what? She can. That's all right. Just put a hole in the wall so I can piss.
Can't make it. Hey, listen. Can't make it for the record. Are we playing tonight or tomorrow?
We can play tomorrow. Play tomorrow after work.
All right, say no more.
He got to hit that practice mode.
I'm not hitting no practice mode.
What time is this?
What time is it? You said it's 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock my time.
So what time tomorrow?
Whenever I get off work. Let's see. Let's do 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8 o'clock Central Time or 9 o'clock your time tomorrow.
9 o'clock Eastern. All right, say no more.
Okay. Well, no. I'm sorry. God damn it, I forgot, man. Rachel Maddow comes on. I got to this 10 o'clock your time. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta watch her. So 9 o'clock my time, Central. So we'll be doing it. The best out of 10. Let's go.
All right. So after make watch Twin Peaks. It's going down tomorrow. Yeah. And you guys are gonna watch his ass whip again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show, man. I'm gonna be there watching
that. Not this time, bro. Not this time, bro. I was playing light. I was playing with different characters. People in the shit seen me just playing with just random people just to join the game. But tomorrow,
ladies and gentlemen, we out here.
Your ass is mine.